Okay, so this project does continue. I just have been way behind. I modified all of the electronics that were on there. Not a recommended step for anyone that has never done it before. This took me forever, a really long time. Some of it was just the challenge, some of it was finding the parts, some was at a certain point motivation. It's hard to get together. But I've got everything run now. I'll walk through that. Everything now except for cleaning up my electronics box. So I'm gonna walk through just what I've done here. So you can see these, I've adjusted the switches from the stock to be a simple button push. These switches they're similar to the M unit. I went with a less expensive option for my unit to process. It actually probably made it a little bit more difficult for me where I'm a beginner. I use Purpose Built Moto, really cool stuff. The unit just was not as user friendly, but I'll walk through that here in a little bit. But on this side, I've got start, kill switch, and high beam lights. Over here is blinker, horn. So I'll walk through those here in a second and show you what it looks like. I modified the headlight. It is LED. I wanted to get some LED. I might change that at some point. It doesn't have the classic look on it. But I also adjusted new gauges. I actually do like those gauges. I think they're really cool. Keep it really clean in the top. And you can see from the profile, I've got the electronics that still need just cleaning up the wiring inside a box above my motor. Checking things out from this side. Again, you can see the switches, they do look really clean. Don't have the clutch handle on here yet, but here's what I wanted to show. So the switches have all wiring coming down. I redid the entire harness and made my own using the existing wires as well as the switch wires. So those come down all the way through back into the box. One reason that I haven't cleaned up the box is I'm still using just a classic battery that I have. The lithium ion battery that I'll put in the back, I just wanted to preserve that a little bit, not use it for my testing. So I'm gonna show you the parts. So I must adjust the key over here. So now I'll walk you through what this looks like. The sound wasn't working great as I recorded that, but I want to walk you through each detail here. I think these buttons are really slick, very low key. Here's left blinker, can't see it there, but I'll do the right, and you can see the right flasher. It's a simple tap, it's really nice. Let me move around to the back here. Tail lights are on, this is constant. As I push the blinkers, you see the blinker there gives a little bit of an orange flash. The products and parts I got here are actually pretty cool. It was a little tricky to wire them, but they work great. Here's the brake light. Has a rear brake. Now touch the top, get the front handbrake. This is the part. The sound wasn't working great, but I also have buttons up here. There's a kill switch that shuts everything down. If the motor were running, it would shut it down, and then it does turn over, which is exciting, and I'm super pumped about that. This project overall has been just tough. I wouldn't recommend doing a full electronics rebuild like I've done unless you really know what you're doing. I did clean up the box, and this is how it looks. It's pretty cool. There's not much in there. I'm going to build a seat over top that'll close it off. You can see the Purpose Built Moto piece seems to work just fine. I think the other M units are probably a little simpler. For somebody that was a rookie, I'd recommend that. For me, it took me a long time to figure out how to do this and get it together, but I'm glad I did. So it's here. I'm ready to go to the next step and hopefully soon be done. As always, I appreciate you watching this. This project's exciting. I'm getting closer to starting it. I'm hoping to post a few more coming up, and hopefully wrap this thing up and show a driving product by end of summer. Looking forward to that. See you soon.